Hey, are you eager to improve your relationship with money and achieve real financial empowerment? In this video, I'm sharing with you 5 game-changing Warren Buffett quotes that will change your approach to investing and set you on the path to financial success. So, let's dive in! Quote number 1, it's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you will drift in that direction. At the 2004 Berkshire Hathaway shareholder meeting, a 14-year-old asked Buffett for advice for young people. Without hesitation, Buffett said it's better to hang out with people better than you. This reflects another famous quote that says that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you are watching this video, I'm guessing that you are interested in boosting your financial knowledge. If you are like most people, school didn't teach you much about money, and your family likely didn't chat about investments, finance, or business over dinner. One thing that you might be overlooking in your quest to better your financial future is your environment. Would you agree that it's easier for someone in France to learn French than for someone in China without any French speakers around? If you answered yes, then let me tell you that the same goes with your relationship with money. If you are in an environment where spending money is valued more than saving, you might find it tough to prioritize saving and investing. The reason why your environment has a big influence on your behavior is explained well in the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. He explained that our environment is like an invisible hand shaping our behavior. He believes that every habit we develop depends on the context we are in. If you are regularly around smokers, the chances of you smoking go up. In the same vein, if you are in an environment where personal finance and investing is discussed by people more skilled than you, you'll have more chances to become good at managing and investing your money. The great thing about social media is that if you don't have people in your circle who share the habits you want, you can connect with them in YouTube, Instagram, and other platforms, and they'll become part of your environment. Being part of those environments is key to putting you on the right path and creating the foundations for financial freedom. Quote number 2, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. This quote from Buffett is probably one that had the biggest impact on me when I read it for the first time. It highlights the importance of passive income and investing. A passive income is the money you make with little to no ongoing effort or active involvement. If you rely on your active income, which is the money you earn from trading your time for a job, you limit your financial freedom. While many of us work for money, it's key to realize early on that you need to find a way to make money work for you if you want to become wealthy. Someone who lives paycheck to paycheck with no money left over between paydays may end up working until they pass away or depending on assistance from others when they can no longer work. You need to save and invest and create a stream of income that generates money regardless of whether you are working. Let's consider a simple math example to understand why it's key to have money working for you. The average salary in the US is $60,000 a year. If you add up all the salaries earned over 15 years, with a 3% increase each year, you'll end up with $1.2 million in total salaries. During the last 15 years, Amazon stocks grew by 6,600%. If you had invested $60,000 in Amazon stocks in 2009, by 2024, your investment would be worth almost $4.1 million without considering any dividends. A dividend is a payment to redistribute the profits a company made in a single year to anyone who owns the company's stock. The $4.1 million made from investing in Amazon is impressive compared to the total $1.2 million earned in salaries over 15 years, but it becomes even more impressive when you look at it from a different angle. For any results that you get, it's important to consider how much work you have to put in compared to what you get out of it. That's what we call the effort to result ratio. Based on the typical American work schedule of 2,080 hours per year or 40 hours per week, it would take nearly 31,000 hours of work to earn the total $1.2 million salary over 15 years. If we assume that it takes about 10 hours per year to analyze and monitor your Amazon stock investment, that's 150 hours over 15 years. If you divide your total salaries earned over 15 years by the number of hours worked during the same period, you end up with a salary of about $40 per hour. If you divide your money made from your Amazon investment returns over the last 15 years by the total number of hours spent analyzing and monitoring your investment during the same period, you end up with almost $28,000 made per hour. The big gap between those two numbers is what happens when you invest in a wonderful company that can make your money work aggressively over a long period of time. Opportunities to invest in wonderful companies like those show up from time to time in the stock market when there is a gap between their selling price and their value. Quote number 3, price is what you pay, value is what you get. Before diving into this quote, let me clarify something. I use the term stock and company interchangeably because they mean the same thing. A stock is simply a small piece of a company. The concept behind this quote greatly influences Warren Buffett's investment decisions and has contributed to his outstanding success. What does it mean exactly, and how can you use it to inform your own investment choices? Many people think that price equals value. With this logic, they believe that if they buy a meal for $50, it will be better than a $10 meal. That's not always true when it comes to food, and this is the same thing in investing. Warren Buffett's investment strategy is about buying wonderful companies for less than they are worth by taking advantage of inefficiencies between their price and value. Those inefficiencies often happen because many investors are driven by emotions like fear and greed, which can significantly influence stock prices. Those emotions could prompt people to sell Meta stocks at $100 in November 2022 during a short-term issue, then buy it back 1.5 years later at almost $450. The price that you pay for a stock or any asset is just one part of the equation. What really matters is the value that you get in return for that price. If the price you pay is lower than your estimated value of the stock, then you've bought an undervalued company. If the price you pay is more than your estimated value of the stock, then you've bought an overvalued company. This difference is important because it prompts you to focus on the fundamental value of an investment rather than just its current market price. The two questions that you should aim to answer during your stock analysis are: how much is this stock worth? And is the current stock price significantly lower than its value? If you manage to buy wonderful companies for less than they're worth, the good news is that at some point or another, those wonderful companies will rise back up to their value. This truth is what Warren Buffett has used to make billions, and you can benefit from it too. Investing is a business of drilling down on anomalies, and if you are good at it, you can make a lot of money. Finding inefficiencies between price and value is by far the most effective investment strategy. It also gives you an additional benefit that we will explore in the next quote. Quote number 4, when you build a bridge, you insist that it can carry 30,000 pounds, but you only drive 10,000 pound trucks across it. And that same principle works in investing. This quote emphasizes the importance of paying a price that provides you a huge margin of safety. A margin of safety is a buffer between your estimated value of the stock and the price you pay. It means that you are buying a stock for less than its value. If your estimated value of the stock is $100, you won't buy it at $100. You will aim to buy it at $50 to give you a 50% margin of safety. The cheaper you can buy this stock, the greater your margin of safety. This is important because even if things don't go as planned, you will still be in a good position since you won't lose money. It also sets up a scenario of low risk, high return if your analysis proves correct. We often use margins of safety in our own lives for important things to minimize any potential risk. If you live an hour away from the airport and need to be there by 11 a.m. for your flight, you'll probably leave home at 9:30 a.m. This ensures that if anything unexpected happens during your journey, you'll still reach the airport by 11 a.m. A margin of safety is key in investing because your losses have a greater impact on your portfolio than your wins. If you invest in a stock and it falls by 50% from $100 to $50, you will need a 100% increase from $50 to recover your losses and return to $100. If you are like most people, you probably look up when buying a stock, asking yourself how much money can I make by buying this stock. The trick is to look down before looking up and ask yourself, how can I pay a price that minimizes the risk of losing money with this investment? While it's important to consider the potential upside of an investment, focusing more on minimizing the downside by paying a price that provides you a huge margin of safety is the key to survival in the stock market. Quote number 5, no matter how great the talent or effort, some things just take time. You cannot produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. This quote is key as it reminds us the importance of patience and perseverance in achieving our goals. In today's fast-paced world, there is often a temptation to seek quick fixes or instant gratification. Whether it's in business, sport, personal development, or investing, lasting changes require time, dedication, and a long-term perspective. If you are in your 20s and start investing, you have a hidden power over someone who starts at 30 or 40. This hidden power is time. It's your ally because having many years ahead lets compounding work for you. Compounding is like a snowball rolling downhill and picking up more snow as it goes and getting bigger and bigger over time. It's a key factor in growing your investment steadily over the long term. If you consider the famous example of doubling a penny every day for 30 days, you end up with almost $11 million. Most people focus on the last 5 days when the penny doubles from $400,000 to $11 million. To reach those last 5 days that give impressive results, you must first go through the initial 25 days where the penny only grows to $400,000. If you like patience, you will likely give up before the last 5 days, like most people do, and you will never see those impressive returns on your money. If you invest in a wonderful company that steadily grows your money at a fast pace, your best choice is to stay invested in that company. If you are interested in understanding why a long-term investment strategy is key for wealth creation, you will find in the description a video I made on this topic. And if you enjoyed this video, you will probably like a recent video I made on the 5 key money lessons that school failed to teach you. This is it for today, guys. If you like this video, feel free to drop a like. And if you want to receive more contents like this, feel free to subscribe. Thank you all and peace out.